Welcome to the Cord Cutters News Review Lab. Today we're taking a look at 10 hidden Roku gems. Now these are channels that may not get the press that others get, but are really good Roku channels that cord cutters should check out. You may know of them. Some of them are kind of popular within the cord cutting community. Others of these may not be very well known. Now this is not my list. I asked the readers of Cord Cutters News, what favorite hidden Roku gems would you suggest people check out? And this is their list in no particular order. These are the Roku channels I saw mentioned most often. So right off the bat, as you probably would expect, Pluto TV is the #1 hidden gem according to our readers. Now, maybe someday we'll have to say this isn't a hidden gem anymore, but for now, I think many, especially new cord cutters, don't really know about it. Now, not only does it offer all these different channels here, you can see another cool thing here is it includes your antenna. So if you plug in an antenna, it will automatically include these on a Roku TV. But then it also has all kinds of other ones like movie channels, news channels, as you can see right here, CBS News, NBC News, Cheddar, Newsmax, Sky News, the list goes on. Sports, all kinds of different sports features. Fox Sports here, Stadium, which is a great free service there. Different comedy, anime, cartoons, it's all right here. But they recently also added free movies and TV shows. So now you have all these on-demand movies and TV shows, and they're good first-rate movies. Used to be when you would say, hey, free ad-supported movies, it's like, oh yeah, some B knockoff movie from the 60s you've never heard of. Now these are first-run, very popular movies and TV shows here. Let's keep going down the list. Next up is another one I heard a ton about, News On. Now this is a really cool service. Has hundreds of channels around the United States that streams their local news for free. Now, if you come in when it's live, it's going to air the live news. If you come in the middle or when it isn't airing your local lives, on most of the networks, it will automatically play the most recent episode after it plays one short commercial. So it's a really cool feature. I know I often jump in when there is the news isn't on. You know, I got kids, we got ballet, we got school events. You know, watching the 6 o'clock news is not as easy as it used to be. But hey, get the kids in bed, hop in bed, turn on News On, and I'm watching my local news, get to see the weather. But you know, I'm from Michigan. Oh, see if I can do it. I'm from Michigan. If you click on the arrow right here, it will open up a menu that will allow you to, for some reason, thinks I'm in a play pause, but it will allow you to pull through and select different states, different regions, find news. When the tropical storm was hitting Alabama and Florida, this was a great option. You could look at local newscasts in Florida and Alabama and Georgia and see the local weather reports and the newscast of the storms happening in real time. So this is a great feature, 100% free, and it's ad supported, but it airs fewer ads than what you would see with an antenna recording, which is pretty cool. This next one is a no-brainer, but it's kind of something I think people underappreciate. YouTube. Now this is not YouTube TV, this is just YouTube. It's a really cool way to have a ton of content. Now, I'm not logged in here. This is just kind of their generic one, but as you see, tons of content right here from originals to music to documentaries, all kinds of great content. If you spend some time on YouTube, you'll find a lot of great content, 100% free right there. I love it because it's a great way, you know, all the different news services, recaps of the games. Instead of going hunting or watching a recap show and hoping they cover the game I wanted to see the highlights from, hey, I just go on YouTube, I go to ESPN, Fox Sports, Stadium, and I can see the recaps of the show, of the game I wanted to see all the news of. So that's a pretty cool service. Next up is Sony Crackle. Now, this used to be just called Crackle, and Sony, in their infinite wisdom and branding, now wants it to be called Sony Crackle. It's the exact same thing. And you see, even on the home screen, it still says just Crackle, a Sony network. I expect them to be changing that. Now, it's 100% free. You can create an account. that will allow you to save shows, pick up where you left off. But you don't need to. Kind of hidden right here, if you scroll down, is to continue as a guest for now. And this will give you full access to everything on Crackle that you can go in and check it out. So again, movies, TV shows, very similar to a Netflix, Amazon kind of format, tons of content here. I would recommend you check it out. Crackle, or Sony Crackle now as they prefer to be called, is a great service full of free content. Now, you may be saying, hey, look, I don't like ads. Well, you know, you're paying for the shows, the movies somehow. It's either with your eyes or with your wallet. A lot of these may not be things that you would want to pay for. For instance, the Sony Crackle has a ton of Seinfeld episodes that rotate every month, new episodes. You know, you may not be willing to buy a full season of Seinfeld, but hey, to just catch a episode here or there as you clean the house or do paperwork, it's a pretty cool feature. Next up is Tubi TV. Now this advertises itself as the largest catalog of free movies and TV shows. And they've really done a great job. Paramount, all kinds of studios here have partnered with them. And as you can see, once again, great first-rate movies and TV shows from AMC, A&E, movies, recently added content. So they do a really good job here of bringing new content every month. I would recommend you check this out. Both Sony and Tubi seem to have very different catalogs. You put them together and you got a powerful movie catalog that rivals anything Amazon, Netflix, or Hulu can put together. All right, next up is Xumo, however you say, Xumo. Now this is very similar to Pluto. A lot of people have called it like Pluto. Used to be exclusively in smart TVs with a channel guide. You just see all of a second it would be like 900 something and you'd see all these different channels. Now they've launched it here. So you got, again, like Fox Sports. You click on that. I won't hang out here very long, but you see it launches right into some Fox Sports, and that cast was from today when I'm recording this. So that, and in the top corner will show you what date that video was recorded. It's not live, but it seems to be same day video. And if you go back, you can, again, instead of just watching the live feed, I can go in here and see, you know, recap of last night's Houston game for Game 7. And I can go in here. There's news feeds here. All kinds of different categories. NBC News again, CNET, Cheddar. Different categories just like popular science and Las Vegas down here in the food and travel, lifestyles, entertainment. A little bit of everything. A lot of the same stuff overlaps with Pluto, but they do have some exclusives that are not on others. Let's keep going. Now Vudu. Luke, why are you showing us Vudu? Because that's a movie store, isn't it? True, you can buy movies and TV shows. It's owned by Walmart, and it works like Amazon Video Store and iTunes there, but they now have free content. And as soon as it finishes connecting, I'll be able to show you that. But they've recently, so you probably have heard that Vudu has had movies for a while. Now, recently they've added TV shows. Here we go. So let's go in and browse. And now, right here, under Spotlight, you notice there's a new little tab here that says free. Oh, let me go back to it. There we go. Now, right here, you notice totally new interface under the free. Not only do you still have movies, you have TV shows. Featured collection, family and kids, giving you more control over what you want here. Let's jump into the TV section. And it's a collection of everything from urban legends to different kids shows, unsolved mysteries, Lego City, a lot of great kids and family program, Elf classic, All Dogs Go to Heaven. Different educational program like Egypt, the Celtics. Yeah, the Titanic. So tons of stuff here in the TV section. Let's go over to the movie section and check that out real quick. And you can see Spawn. There's a good category of everything. Red Dawn, RoboCop. So it's a good collection. And again, you partner this with Tubi and Crackle. Wow, you're getting a lot of content there. All right, let's keep on going. Now this one is one apparently has to reload. I have a lot of channels on here. Where am I at? 84 channels, including Sling TV, PlayStation View. When you get that many on Roku, sometimes this happens. But it takes a split second to reload. CBS News, this was another great one. CBS News is a really great app that allows you to watch the news 100% free from CBS 24/7. They bring you a wealth of content. Now this is really great. You get the live feed up here. Right now it's playing a commercial, but down here you can see that they have tons of categories of news. They also have their new Sports HQ. There is a separate Roku channel, but if you want it, you can just select this. And this is, again, a free sports streaming. Here you see they're checking out the game from last night. I think that's what most sports is going to be talking about. And then they have other categories, like the Royal Wedding is still a big one down here. You can look at individual shows. You want to see highlights from this week's 60 Minutes. It's here. CBS Even News, you want to see the highlights from last night's. If there was a story you thought was really cool, you wanted to, or you came in halfway, you can finish it here. So CBS News is a great free channel. Next up, number 9, again in no particular order, the Roku Channel. Now this is another free ad-supported movie and TV show channel, but they've recently added a news section. Now you need the 8.1 update. I don't think this TV has it. By the end of next week when I'm recording this, most Roku should have the 8.1 update. So now not only can you get movies and TV shows, ABC News, Cheddar, and others are all included a free news live feed of news inside the Roku channel. And you see right here again, K-19, a great movie, Grumpy Old Men 50-50, What Girl Wants, the Godzilla from the 90s. And then documentaries, TV shows, Bewitched, Billions from a lot of Showtime stuff on here right now. Limited time deal, but really cool. I Dream of Jeannie, Third Rock, so Beverly Hillbillies. A lot of good content here. And again, you want content, Crackle, Tubi, Vudu, the Roku channel. You just get those 4 channels together, that catalog of content is going to be bigger than anything you're going to find anywhere else. Now, next up, last one real quick, is the Hoopla channel. Now, this is Hoopla Digital. You need a library subscription, which is free. In most libraries in the United States, if it's not Hoopla, it's another service like it. But the cool thing about Hoopla is you have the ability to have it borrowed and rented right through your Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV. Now, these are a great lineup. So you see a ton of Nickelodeon, a ton of PBS here. Depending on which library you get a limited number of borrows. That includes audiobooks, music, full CDs you can borrow, movies, and TV seasons. So you can say in here like, oh, I want to borrow a full season of American Pickers. I can go in and read a little thing about it. Or let's say I'm not in the mood for a TV show. I want a movie. You can see, again, a ton of really, let's scoot right through here, ton of really good ones, including some Broadway productions like Hamilton. You can watch it right here on your Roku. DuckTales, some classic Disney movies. I mean, the DuckTales movie is not one you're going to find on Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon, to my knowledge. All in here. So, really great. Again, the Disney The Swap. Recess Out, all kinds of stuff. So really cool lineup here of different content. Really great for kids. I love this because you can borrow and they can only watch what you want them to watch for the month. So there you go. There are the top 10 free Roku channels that our readers said were hidden gems that you should check out. Now, some of these will be on multiple different devices. So many of these also appear on Fire TV and Apple TV and Android TV. But we'll do some videos on those later. For now, these are the ones our readers said were standout picks for the Roku. So questions, comments, let me know. I'd love to know what you thought. What channel is your favorite of these? Did I miss one you think is a hidden gem that should get more attention? Now, when I say hidden gem, I don't mean Netflix, I don't mean Amazon, because everybody knows that Netflix and Amazon. I mean ones people probably don't know. So leave us a comment. I'd love to know what you think. And hopefully this list helped you find some new gems to check out on your Roku. Hey, hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It helps us a ton spread the word of cord cutting. We'd love to know what you think of these videos and of these suggestions. So check back, though, in the weeks to come for Apple TV and Fire TV.